Hello, everybody.
Hey there.
Yeah, what are we doing here?
Well, today we're going to talk about all the things we were not doing on our farm.
Because it's been 2 months and we have not done anything at all. We have not cut the grass. We have not gone into the garden. We have not taken care of the chickens. We have not done anything. Nothing at all. And at first it felt like, we were just resting. But then we realized, it's not resting. We're just really unhappy with everything that's going on the homestead. Yeah, so it's been a lot of work. So we stopped posting, we stopped Instagramming, we stopped everything because it just felt like it was a lot of work that we were adding to the work that we had on the homestead.
Yeah, I mean, we're almost reaching, our first year on the farm. That's
in July,
right? Yeah. And so I think what happened was, about 2 months ago, we looked at it and we thought, it felt like we were not going anywhere. Like we were going nowhere very slowly. And then I think, we kind of went through a period where we were just like, maybe we really need to reset, rethink, and just rest. But then I think it was just beyond that as well.
Yeah, it was beyond that. I think it wasn't just resetting and rethinking. At some point, we were packing our bags to leave the homestead.
Yes.
We just wanted to go. We really just wanted to go. Everything has been going well, to be honest, in terms of us growing our own vegetables, building stuff, and all these learnings that we've been getting on the homestead, but it just was not enough. It was missing something, and we don't know what it is that it was missing. And it's not like there's anything that has really changed on the homestead, but I think our mindset has really shifted to us enjoying the homestead as our home and instead of a business.
Yes, it started to feel like a very big chore that we had to do, right? Like take care of it and all that. But then on top of that, it just felt very, very expensive, like a very expensive, big project that we were kind of invested in. And, we both have full-time jobs.
Yeah.
And then on top of that is that, recently our roles, and our work, has also been increasing in terms of responsibility.
Yeah.
So we have more things to do at work. We have to perform there. And then we also have to make sure that farm, our home actually, is progressing as well. So it just felt like a lot of work and it wasn't going properly. And then, we just decided to just close shop for a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I think the main thing was, if you remember, anyone that has been watching our videos, if you do remember and if you missed us, thank you for continuing to watch. So if you remember, we are actually on a financial journey. We are trying to reach our financial goals so that we can at least slow down a little later in life, but a little earlier than later in life. So around 40, we want to just be more relaxed and focused on things that we really, really love.
Want to do,
So our aim was to, have this homestead and then have it bring us business, or use it as a way to start up our businesses and to develop ourselves and to increase that financial muscle that we needed, right? And then so when we moved here, everything was supposed to bring us money. If you were on the homestead, you were supposed to bring us money, whether you're a chicken, a pole, a net, nothing. Everyone needed to bring something. And I think that's where the problem really started, because we have to live here. We cannot go anywhere else. We don't have a farm somewhere else where when we go there, this is where the work is being done. We live here, everything has to happen here. So this needed to be more of a business than a home. But then we realized we are not enjoying the home. We're not having the peace that we really wanted. So that was a really big one from my side. Yeah,
and I think, for me as well, it just felt like, wanted to do things, but every time you want to do something, another thing pops up, right? It takes away a lot of energy and resources from you, and then it feels like you're always chasing after this goal where you're never really getting there. So we had wanted to come in, I think, start building, start doing things, setting up our place, making it look very nice, but then we realized immediately that that kind of had to fall on the back burner because security was more important. We had to set that up, and then while you're doing all of these things, then other things are happening, right? Like the grass is growing, the weeds are dominating your garden, everything like that is happening. So you also have to be maintaining those, and those things also are requiring resources and lots of work. And the big thing is that we don't have you know, like we don't have help.
Yeah.
So it's not like in a situation where, you know, if we had a person coming in every, you know, week or like, you know, twice or 3 times a week, it would be okay, because then they could be cutting up, you know, the grasses, removing the weeds, all that other stuff, and maintaining things. Although that would also still require resources, because you have to pay for the person, and then you have to pay for the tools that they have to use.
All the other things that they need, you have to pay for them. So I think that's the difference with this, like with homesteading in general, because if you literally skip 2 days from, you know, off the farm or doing anything, everything will be overgrown. You know, you constantly have to be there doing something. You know, it's not just cleaning the house. No, the house is fine. It's everything else outside of the house. So it requires a lot of maintenance. It requires a lot of work. It's just... It's a lot of work, and we are not going to pretend and lie about it so that it's all positive. I am sorry, we are not going to be doing that. Like, homesteading is hard. It is challenging. It requires you to put in the work. It requires the money. It requires the time. It requires the mentality just for you to keep on going. Otherwise, it won't work out, because we still have a lot of other things that we really want to do on the homestead. So, it is what it is. Sometimes we gotta wake up and we don't feel like doing it. So I think, you know, like, we spend a lot of time planning regarding what we really want to do. So we've decided that, you know, like we had mentioned earlier, right, that our homestead right now is divided into 3 places, right? So there's, you know, the lowest part, which is where we are right now, which is the river. Right, then there's the middle part, which is where our market garden was supposed to be, and then the, you know, the higher part, which is where we stay, right? And then, you know, like, we'll move down all that way. So we've for now decided we're gonna you know, try and design it a different way. But I think we should show that. So we're going to show you, like, our maybe it's more like a little tour of our farm. I mean, nothing has really changed, because it just feels like we are starting from, it looks like no one lives here. That's how bad it is. So we're going to give you a little bit of a tour, and then you get to actually see, and then we tell you our plans. Hopefully this time around they'll come to fruition. We don't know. We'll just see how it goes.
I think it will come into fruition this time, because we'll be a bit more consistent. And what we're going to do is that we're not going to bite off more than we can chew this time. So we're going to chop, we're going to close this part here. We're going to also close up the part in the market garden. Okay, on to the things that we haven't done still. We still haven't built the bridge here. We were planning to put a bridge because we haven't seen the other side of this property in months. Like, ever since it rained, I think, right? Like in November or December or so. We still didn't go through there. And so we really did want to see what's going on there, but we haven't done anything. But the whole idea is that this is the 3rd part of the property. And what we would like to do is, you know, hopefully one of these months, clear this place up, maybe fix up this area here, so that it can be a really nice entertainment area, right? When we spoke to Gavin, he advised that we make certain parts of our farm really beautiful, so that it feels very nice and very, you know, like, homely, and we start enjoying the place. So I think that's really what we have to focus on. Less, you know, thinking of our farm as like a business per se, and just start beautifying certain areas, and then we have places which we're just excited about.
So that when we are even hosting people, it feels like it is our home, because every time people come visit us, it just feels like we are starting. You know, we've just been in this continuous cycle of, you know, we just bought the farm.
We just got the farm.
How long ago? 6 months. And you haven't even cut the grass. That's how it feels.
So like, now we're going to go to the 2nd part of our plot, right? Watch out for this. I think it's lantana. Sorry.
I slipped in there.
Oh, no.
Jeez. Okay.
So, I mean, like, look at how overgrown this
Everything is. It's really overgrown. We have not been to that part of the farm in like months.
And I don't think we'll be going to that part of the farm in months again still. So the funny thing is that this area, right, we had cut it just a few months ago. It was looking perfectly okay. Like, it was just fine. And that's the thing about this place, right, is that literally we can just get one person to cut it, and then it'll look just fine. But again, you know, within a month or so, you need to fix it again. You need to keep fixing it. So other things that we still haven't done is nurtured our plants. We still haven't watered them or taken care of them. Like, look, there's eggplant here. It's growing.
Some eggplant growing.
Yeah.
Yeah, this area was actually supposed to be our market garden.
Mm-hmm.
This was the first area we grew our vegetables when we moved.
Yeah.
And it looked beautiful. We spent so many days, so many hours digging here and making it look beautiful, and this is how it's looking. We gave up on it, and this is how it's looking. We had beans there that still looks like it's doing something. It just keeps flowering and not producing anything. But we're just going to remove that. So the plan essentially is to cover up this whole area so that we start controlling the weeds.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's exactly it, right? We are going to cover up this whole area. We're closing this whole area down. And then we need to control the weeds. And, remember, if we don't, control these weeds and grasses, they're going to keep growing and growing and growing.
Yeah, they don't stop.
They don't stop.
Because you stopped.
Yeah, exactly. So we had wanted to, make this place, we want to grow flowers here. We want to put a lot more bees and make it more of an apiary, a place where we really like being around here, making it beautiful and aesthetic. But, we have to cover it up first.
Wow. If you follow us on Instagram, you know how much time we took removing the soil from here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is what it looks like.
Yes. So this is another thing we haven't been doing, which is maintaining our greenhouse or this shed that we talk about.
Oh, this is horrible. This feels horrible.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I think the only thing that's doing well is our garlic over there.
Yeah. Nasturtiums are also growing very well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the nasturtiums look really beautiful. Can you see that?
Yeah. Yeah, but these ones have all flowered, and they even have the,
the edible
red,
flowers.
Yeah, the edible flower. Yeah. So, oh, look. We have more eggplant here, and then this is our garlic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is garlic. Wow. Okay, so we are definitely going to try and maintain the garlic.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we are going to maintain the eggplants, but yeah, we could try because they keep growing.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think here as well, we're just going to find a lot of cover, right? And cover all throughout. I think I want to plant something, that does not need a lot of maintenance on the sides. And then when we get, time and resources as well, I should probably put a border around. And then, so that this place is actually up. But one thing we actually want to start doing, right, is that we want to move away from having to maintain our homestead. So that means that we want to put a lot of, mulches. That means that we have to get a lot of rocks or, shells and things like that, our pathways, so that they actually inhibit a lot of the weeds.
Yeah. And then this area, this is where we had all our tomatoes over there. You won't see them. You just see the trellising right now because the tomatoes are gone. We actually harvested a lot of tomatoes.
Yeah,
a lot.
Too many tomatoes, actually. Yeah.
We preserved most of them. We sold some, so it was really great. And here are our peppers. Yeah. This was our first time being successful with peppers, and the green ones actually made it.
Yeah, the green ones are growing very well. But once they get to red, they start, crumpling up a little bit.
Yeah, that.
We did have a few really good ones.
Yeah, we've had really big peppers, and every time we would sell the peppers, people would be so surprised that there's no chemical that has been put here. Look at that. Really big peppers. Let me harvest that actually.
Wow. Yeah, we have even more here. And this one here, which just looks like it's turning red as well. Yeah.
They look beautiful and they are so big. Anyway, so we are going to wait for the peppers to finish up.
Yeah. And
then we're going to cover this area as well.
Yeah. So, I mean, one thing that did very well as well is the flowers, right? These are zinnias, these are marigolds. And then, we have this African, purple basil here, which just grows very well. So one thing we want to do is we want to plant a lot of these as well. They bring in a lot of bees and, they're also very low maintenance, we find. So we want to plant all of them here, have a lot of bees, and actually, you know, maybe make this more of an apiary, make it more beautiful, so that we also just enjoy being here, but make it very easy to maintain.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is where our shed net was. Where we were growing our spinach over there. We struggled a little bit with our spinach, and it started drying. But honestly, we really had good harvest here. We sold quite a bit.
Yeah.
And we had baby marrows over there.
Yeah.
And then on that side as well. And it did really, really well. We think baby marrow is literally the easiest thing to grow because it just keeps on doing its own thing.
Yeah.
So this is the second part of the farm, which we wanted to make our market garden. And now it's just going to be closed off.
Yes. So we're going to get a bunch of tarps or covers and so on. And we're just mostly going to cover this for a couple of months, kill off the weeds, and then we start accumulating, you know, mulches to make the pathways and so on. But we really want to make sure that we make it very easy for us to maintain this place.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we are going to focus on here.
Yes.
The upper part of the farm. So our farm is narrow.
It is quite, So it's a bit narrow. It goes all the way down. It's long, but it's narrow going that way. Yeah. And, you know, because there's the river down there, it's also slanting downwards.
Yeah.
So this is where we want to actually plant, right? We're going to start off with the area, you know, going this way, next to this man-made dam. So the idea here is we want to get rid of this dam, right? It's a bit shallow, and then it also opens up, you know, like it's a bit wide. So what we find is that even though it retained a lot of water, especially during the rainy periods, but the water evaporates very quickly.
Yeah.
So there's no point really in having this over here. And the other thing is that this area, this location here is really nice. You know, so we're thinking of actually building our home here because it's going to be away from the road, right?
Yeah.
It's actually very tranquil and quiet. I mean, even the chickens like it.
They like this spot, yeah.
Yeah, which is another thing we haven't done, which is get rid of the chickens. We had promised we would, but yeah, some other day.
Yeah.
Hey, babyface.
Now Masana has fought me for so long to not kill the chickens. I've started to feel guilty, you know, wanting to kill them. So I don't know who's going to do it.
We'll have to get
Definitely not me anymore.
Yeah.
So this part is literally my favorite because we've wanted to have chickens for so long. Chickens that lay eggs and all that stuff. And we have not done any of that, which really sucks because we eat so much eggs.
We do.
Yeah. So this area is going to be transformed.
Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a fence here. We're going to close this off. There'll be a gate here. And then, you know, we're going to move some of the coops here as well. But then the whole idea is that the chickens, you know, hopefully the ducks as well, will mostly be constrained here. We don't really want them going all over there. They can make a bit of a mess.
Yeah, true. And then this middle part of this chicken coops is going to be closed as well to add a coop because the other two chicken coops are going to act as a structure over there.
Yeah.
And then over here is where our garden is going to be.
Yeah.
Look at that. Because this part is super close to where our house is, and when you're working from home, you can get out of the house and you look through here and you see the garden.
Yeah.
So if the vegetables are suffering, you know you can water quickly. It doesn't feel like so much work, you know, compared to going down where the vegetables were before.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is where the garden is going to be. We are going to move the shade net and put it over here. And then it's going to cover up this area. And it's just going to be a few beds just for us.
Yeah, it's going to be a few beds. I mean, there's a tank here, you know, and then behind there's a tap there as well. So then the idea will be I can easily then, you know, connect a drip system. Again, because it's going to be just right here, it's going to be easy to basically, you know, put together. It won't be too far away from here. So, you know, it'll just make it a bit, maintainable and easy.
Yeah.
And then what we're going to do as well with the rest of the area is just plant out, a lot of indigenous, plants, trees, flowers, and so on. We don't want to have to water a lot of things. That is very, very time consuming and very difficult. So, but we also want a very beautiful place. So we have to get, rocks to make, pathways in this area, plant out a lot more of things, and just make the whole place really beautiful aesthetically, so that we feel happy and comfortable being here.
What are you going to do with that chicken coop?
Okay, so this one here will have to go. I don't really like it. But this, I'm actually going to convert this, right? So this one, we actually want to, do a bit of a greenhouse, like an actual greenhouse for our seedlings and so on. So I'm going to remove the sheets at the top, the iron sheets. And then we're going to use this on our patio to just create, a place for us to actually sit. But then this will all be covered, with the plastic, and we'll convert it so that, in there we'll have to put some shelves. And we have a place where we can actually start our seedlings.
Yeah. And then hopefully we don't kill them now.
Yeah, hopefully they all don't die.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and then this area then is, this is our home, right? So we've said that, we're planning then to build just a bit lower down there. So I think there is where we're going to build, the house that we really, really want.
Yeah.
So that's it. But we also want to start, doing paving and so on, so we'll get a few bricks and so on, and, we'll actually pave and just start making the place look really nice.
Yeah.
And then, that's where I said I want to put, the
patio.
The patio cover.
I'd call it a veranda.
Yeah, right?
A little veranda out here. And then, this is going to be the place where we relax. Another thing that we're going to add, can you see this? That's our neighbor. So we are going to have to close off our fence here so that our neighbors don't get to see what is here. So that's another project we're going to be doing here on the farm, so that we have so much, a little bit of privacy. Yeah, but this is where the patio is going to be. And my son has already put one pole there, and then soon we'll start building up the patio.
Yeah. So what we're going to do here, so these are the raised beds that I was building just to experiment with. We're going to move them to the corner there. So that will be one of the new episodes that we're actually going to do recently. But what we would like to do here is just have a really nice variety of fruit trees, right? So there will be pathways here. I'll start planting out things. I'd like to, do a project where the water that we use actually goes into this area. But then we'd like to have a lot of fruit trees. We really like fruit trees. So we'd have to have different varieties of fruit trees here and just make this place really beautiful, really nice, and have a whole pathway going all the way into the main garden.
Yeah. I think we have a plan now.
Yeah, we do.
So that's it for now. I think we have a really good idea of what we want to do, what we want to build, and we cannot wait to transform our home, and we cannot wait to share the journey with you of all the projects that we actually want to get into.
Yeah, so a lot of our next videos will be very project based.
Yeah.
Because that's really what happens on a homestead, right? You get a piece of land, you kind of have to work on it.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of our videos will be on that.
Yeah. So we cannot wait to share that with you. And if you have watched our videos before, thank you so much. And we cannot wait to share some more.
Yes, we are back. We hope you like, share, and subscribe.
Yeah.
See you next time.
Bye.